Hey guys, welcome back. I hope that you guys were able to finish skill check 2. Hopefully it was relatively easy. I hope the video was able to explain most of it. I'm going to explain these problems here just in case you missed it, and that way it can help you for your homework. First problem says, if f of x is equal to 1/2 times x plus 4, find f of 6. So what I've done is I've written down number 1, and let's see if I can zoom in that way. You can get it here. It says find f of 6. Right? I think I just wrote it down wrong. Let's make sure. It says find f of 6. So I wrote it down wrong, yes. Okay, so let's find our answer. We first plug the 6 wherever we see an x. So it is 1/2 times 6 plus 4. 1/2 times 6 is 3. Take half of 6, you get 3. So 3 plus 4 is 7. You should have an answer of 7. Hopefully you do. The next problem says find f of x. Well, here's the function rule. F of x is equal to -4 minus x. And we're supposed to find f of 1. So we put 1 wherever we see an x. -4 minus 1. Remember, whenever we subtract, it's adding the opposite. So -4 plus -1 is -5. You should have an answer of -5. So for number 1, you should have 7. For number 2, you should have -5. Number 3, I do not have written down here yet. So we'll start from the very beginning. It says, my function rule is f of x is equal to -x plus 7. And I need to find f of -4. Okay, I have all the information I need. Now I'm going to put -4 wherever I see an x. So it's -4 plus 7. Be very careful with that negative because the negative really just means opposite. So this is -x plus 7. So it's -x. Our x is -4. So we're plugging in -4 wherever the x is. So it's actually -4. So a -4 is just like a -1 times a -4. Or you can think it's the opposite. It just tells you to do the opposite because a negative times a negative is a positive. The opposite of a negative is a positive. So it actually becomes 4 plus 7, which is 11. So you should have got an answer of 11. Why? Because, let's not erase it. Because I plug in a -4 where I get an x. So it's -4 plus 7. A negative times a negative is a positive. You're like, why is that multiplication? Think of a 1 in front of here. -1 times a -4 is a positive 4. 4 plus 7 is 11. You should get an answer of 11. Let me explain to you what your homework is. So let's look back at our textbook. Your homework starts on 578. It's all on 578. We're actually going to start here with number 10. This is very similar to one of the examples we did where we were given a point and we have to say which one satisfies. I'll let you know right now that only one point in number 10, 12, and 14, only one of them satisfies. So A, B, C, or D. All you have to do is put your answer A, B, C, or D, which one actually satisfies. Remember how we do this? We just plug in the x and then we solve. And if we get the y, then it satisfies. If we get a different number other than the y when we plug in -1, then A is not it. Whenever we plug in 1 here, if we get a 0, then yes, it satisfies. If we do not get a 0, then no, it does not. Now when we plug in a 0 here, if we get a 6, then yes, it satisfies. If we do not get a 6, then no, it does not satisfy. Same thing with D. And you will do 10, 12, 14. You're only doing evens from 10 to 38. So 10, 12, and 14, you're just plugging in the x, seeing if you get the y. If you get the y, then that's the letter you choose. For 16, through 22, you're going to find ordered pairs. So you need your parentheses. You got to tell me the x, comma, y. Well, we're told what the x's are. We need x 5 when x is -4 and x is 1. So with these, you are plugging in the x and then you're finding the y. But then you actually put your answer in a order pair, or in the parentheses with the comma in the middle, your x and your y. That's what you're going to do for 16 through 22. For 24 through 30, you are told the function rule, and now you're told what to put into the function rule. So this one, you are only going to find the number. So whenever you plug in -2 for your x, you're going to solve a number. So for 24 through 30, just tell me what number you get. Same thing for number 32 through 38. You're going to plug in the number where you see an x, and you're going to get a value. Just tell me what number you solve. Show your work on these. These down here will require work. Even up here will require work. So please make sure you show your work. It is only 10 through 38, the evens, so make sure that you only do the evens once. If you have any questions over these, please let me know. I'm always here to help you, and I hope that you guys do well and have a great rest of your day and your week.